Buying Werther's Original, knitting new jumpers. It sounds like a silly question, but from an evolutionary perspective, we're all on this planet to reproduce. So a woman who's gone through her menopause in her early 50s can no longer have children. Why is she still alive when you are? Is this something that's modern? Is this something that's only happened since the Industrial Revolution? Sure, we used to live shorter lives, but that isn't the whole story. We know from non-industrial tribes around the world that there are grandmothers. We know from ancient historical records that grannies survived. So there's clearly something else going on. And why am I only talking about grandmothers and not grandfathers? That's because technically, old men can still reproduce. They're still producing sperm. Sure, not as much as they did when they were a young man, and the method of delivery is often not very effective. But their reproductive system is aging at the same rate as the rest of their body. Whereas for women, suddenly, at about the age of 52, their reproductive system shuts down. So why do they survive? Some anthropologists think it's specifically because they can't reproduce that they survive. Think about human babies. They're wonderful, but they're also useless. We have to come out of the womb at 9 months because of our huge heads. But really, we should be in there much longer. And therefore, we're dependent upon our mothers for many years. And so are our brothers and our sisters. Mums can often be looking after many kids at the same time. They need some help. Dads might do that, but if they're away hunting a lot, they're not a constant source of food. Sometimes there's feast, sometimes there's famine. So perhaps, at some point in our past, a woman lived long enough to help out her daughters raise their children, to gather some extra food, to do some babysitting. And her grandchildren survived better than the grandchildren of the women who didn't survive, completely altering the future of human evolution. So next time your grandmother buys you a Werther's Original or knits you a jumper, think, from an evolutionary point of view, that's exactly what she's meant to be doing.